18th of September, Rabbi Furst, Mishna Berura.
Tradition. It's our tradition to blow on the bima, the place that Horim, that can be heard.
That was where the Kriyas Torah took place, right? Where we were Makom Shikorim, meaning where we read the Torah.
Oh, with the Torah, the Makom. Oh, okay.
The Torah is read.
Okay. Very good. Okay. Let's see. Mishnah Berura. Litokea or litkoa. To blow.
Right.
Okay. So he says, V'cheina bracha tzarich lihiyot ba'amida kemo kol birchat hamitzvah. Okay, and so the bracha is needed to be during the Amida. Is that what it's saying?
Should be said standing.
Oh, Amida, in this case, standing.
Right.
Okay, so the bracha should be said standing. Kemo kol birchat hamitzvah, like all blessings of mitzvot. K'di'el b'siman chet sif aleph. So, as I guess we saw above in Siman Chet, the first sif.
Right. There was explained that Birchas HaMitzvah in general be said standing up. Okay.
Okay, let's see. Bet mu'umad. So that's standing. Okay. Diktiv Yom Chua Yelachem V'yalfinan mi lachem Digabe Omer Ke Omer Ketiv Chermesh B'kama. Okay, so let me go through that. So it's written that Yom Chua, the day of the shofar blowing.
Right, the sounding of the Chua, right?
Okay, will be for you.
Correct.
Okay. And we learn from Milachem that
This is the drasha that the Gemara derives why it should be standing up, why you should stand when you're saying the bracha, because it says Yom Trua Yelechem. So the word that the Gemara is focusing on is it says Lechem. So
okay.
it says Yalfinin. So we derive this halacha that you have to stand when you're making the bracha from the fact that it says Lechem Gabi the Omer. By Furst Omer, it also says Lechem.
Oh, you don't say lachem.
Yeah, if you think back, when you say the bracha and count the Omer, you're standing up in general, right?
Right, right. Okay, well, let's see why. So it says, Ketiv Hermesh Bakama. Okay, so this is Hermesh.
Hermesh is the wheat that you're
so the wheat that's standing, the
right.
kama.
When the wheat is kama standing, it's upright.
Oh, okay. Very interesting. Okay, but al tikre bakama ella bakoma So what? Don't read it bakama, which would be standing, but read it bikoma, which is it's also
Come is right, upright. Come is upright.
upright. Okay. The Katuv, the Katav, Hamagen Avraham. It's written by the Magen Avraham. The Lefi Ze'ein Lismoch Al Shum Davar Be'ofen She'im Yinatel Oto Davar Yipol. Okay. So let's see, the Magen Avraham, according to this, he doesn't support.
Right. So according, and then if the Magen Avraham writes, according to this, that you should be standing when you make the bracha. According to this, ain lismoch al shum davar. Don't lean on anything. Lean on anything. She'im yitzav also davar yipol. That if that thing would be taken out from under him, he would be full.
That's interesting.
What do you mean?
I can't think of it now, but I think there are other mitzvahs that you shouldn't lean on something while doing it. I wonder if it's like going up to the Torah or,
Right.
Birkat Torah or something. You shouldn't lean on the laning table.
Also, right. You should be standing up. Shouldn't lean. Also in Shmon Esrei, you shouldn't be leaning on anything, right?
Right. Okay. And that's the word Amidah.
Yes, exactly. The same concept over here as well.
Mm-hmm.
And what's considered to be leaning? So leaning is considered to be leaning and not standing is if you would take the thing that you're leaning on out from under you, if you would fall. So if you would fall, that's considered to be leaning and not standing.
Uh-huh. Okay. Okay, so let's see, Paul. So you shouldn't, let's see where my hand is. Shami Dazo, Chashuva, Kishiva, Mikol Makom, B'diavad, Af, Im, Taka, Miyushav, Ligamre, Yatsa. Okay, so let's see, Shamida. So that this standing,
that is considered standing, meaning if you would stand in a way that if you would take the thing out that you're leaning on, then you would not fall, so that's considered to be standing and not leaning.
Uh-huh. Okay, so Mikol Makom. So nevertheless, Afim Taka Miyushav Gamre Yatsa. So it's saying even if one does blow the shofar sitting,
right? Meaning,
it's still considered Yotze.
Right. If a person did for some reason, whatever reason it was, but they did blow, right, sitting down, they would be Yotze.
Oh, okay. Very good. Okay, Dikra Asmachta Bi'ama Hu Ulechatchila. So what the Torah supports this with
Because when we learn that you have to be standing from lechem, you don't think that that's part of actual fabric of the mitzvah. And if you didn't do it, you wouldn't be yotzi, right? Because it's only an asmach to be alma, and therefore it's lichatchila. But for the Yevid, it would be still kosher.
Okay. And then it goes on. V'hatzibor hashomim hatikiyot lo hitrichum la'amod mishum kavod tzibor. Okay, so the congregation that's listening to the blowing of the shofar should not, no, lo hitrichum. Hitriach is not bothered, but burdened.
Yeah, very good, burden, right? Very good. So the tzibor that's listening, all that we've been discussing up till now is the one who's blowing the shofar, right? That he should be standing, and he should maybe the brachas when he's standing. But even if he would sit, he would still be yotzi. But that's all the one who's blowing. But the tzibor that's listening, right? We don't burden them, we don't trouble them that they should stand.
Oh, that's interesting. Because we usually do stand during a shofar blowing.
Yeah, the minig is that we do stand, but it's not according to the straight halacha. According to straight halacha, you could theoretically sit.
Oh, okay. Well, let's see. V'gam. Oh, so that's because of the kavod of the tzibor, the honor of the community. Okay, congregation. V'gam ki atidim lishma umat hatkiyot shall seder habrachot shel machuyot zichronot v'gomer. Okay. So also, it's atidim in the future. Atid.
Meaning that gam ki midem l'shmoya umid b'tekiyas sal seder brothers. Also later on, when that's what the Azur of Musaf, so they'll be all standing when they hear the Musaf repetition.
Oh, right. Okay. And that's in the brachot of Malchuyot, Zikronot, and so forth. What's the third one? Let's see, Zikronot, Malchuyot, Zikronot, forget now.
Right.
Okay. V'yakshav nahagu hatzibor la'amod al chulam gam b'sha'at hatikiot shetohim kodem musa. And now it's a custom that the congregation stands all the time at the time of the blowing of the shofar before Musaf. Okay. The Alpha Cain, Nikrain Tikiot, the Miushav, Me'achar Sherishut Leishe Bahem. So hold it, yeah, but nevertheless, Nikrain, the reading of the Tikiot.
Right. When we come to the Avapisha Nikram Tikiyos the Yusuf, it's called what you're doing now when you're making the brachas, the Tikiyos are called the Tikiyos Yusuf, the ones that you're setting. Since that you have reshus, you have permission to sit. The minig is that we do stand, but according to the law, you could actually sit. You're permitted to sit during this.
Oh, that's interesting. Okay. It's before Musa. Okay, Mishna, oh, okay, you have permission to sit. Okay, by then. Okay, the im yachid shomea tekiyot latzeit bahem the eno atid lishmoa al seder habrachot tzarila.
The im yachid shomei tekiyas, let's say, spam. If a person, that's all in the congregational setting. But let's say that the person is right. A person is listening to the tekiyas privately, right?
Okay.
Eino oimed l'shmo al seder or brachas surach medina la'amud tekiva, and he's not going to. Let's say he's not going to be hearing the tekiyas with the chazoros or shots for whatever reason. So then he would have to stand like that.
Oh, okay. So then I'll have to stand. Okay. Okay, so let's see, Gimel, which is the Makom Korin. Okay, so he said that's the place where they read the Torah. Today, Zechut HaTorah Yagain Aleinu La'alot Zikronenu L'fanav Tova. Okay. So let's see, this according to the merit of the Torah. Okay.
So why do we go to the bima where the Torah was read? Why do you blow the shofar in the place where the Torah was read? Right? It is today today the Torah yagin aleinu, that the merits that the Torah has for us will protect us. Yagin aleinu,
Protect us. Oh, okay. Okay. V'ra'oi litain li koa l'tzadik v'hagaon uvilvad shelo yehe machlochet badavar v'al kol panim tzarich sheyodea sheyeda l'kaven lahotzi hatzibor b'tokea b'tikiato. Okay.
Right. It says here, but really tainted to kill tzadik or going with large million makoks to done. Right. It's proper that you give the one to blow. He should be righteous, and he should be proper, qualified. As long as there's not going to be any machlokas over the thing, the choice of the person to take the esrog.
Yeah, I don't know how much machloket there could be because not too many people are the shofar.
Yeah, well, that's the machlok is going to be amongst those people who do know how to blow.
Oh, okay. Okay, so they decide ahead of time who's going to do it.
Yeah. These things will all be decided well in advance. Yeah, for sure.
Okay, it looks like we're at bet now.
Good. Okay, let's continue. We have a few minutes left. Yeah.
Okay, so it says Kodem sheyitka yivarech lishmoa kol shofar vivarech shechianu. Okay, so before the blowing of the shofar, one makes the blessing lishmoa kol shofar. So that's the blessing of listening to the shofar. And then one says the blessing of shechianu.
Yes. Let's stop here and see the Mishna Berura till here.
Okay, so Yivarech Lishmoa v'chulei. Rotze lomar shelo yomar litkoa b'shofar.
Right, the bracha is that we're commanded to, right, listen to the sound of the shofar, right, and not that we're commanded to blow the shofar.
Oh, okay, I see. Oh, that's interesting. I'm a little confused here. Because doesn't the person blowing the shofar say Litkoa b'shofar? When he says a blessing?
I'm not sure what were you asking there?
Well, I don't have my Moxer. Hold on. No, I thought the person blowing the shofar says Litkoa shofar. So does that or hold on a second? I don't know if I can find it real quickly.
Yeah, take your time. You should be able to find it. It should be there.
Let's see, before Musa. Oh yeah, shofar, both days, 4:30. No, so my question is basically, well, let me see what it says. You have the Lamnat Seyach, okay. Oh, so the blessing in the Moxer is Lishmoa Kol Shofar.
Right.
That's interesting.
Because that's the mitzvah. Right. The blowing is just a method by which we are given the opportunity to listen to the shofar.
Oh, okay.
The mitzvah is the actual listening to the sound.
Oh, okay. So the blowing itself is not the mitzvah. Okay, now it's clear. I was getting a little confused.
Okay, no problem. That's what we're here for.
Okay, so then and after he says Lishmoa, okay, we're in the Mishnah Berura. Okay. Let's see. Shalei Yomar, okay, we just said he doesn't say Litkoa. Okay, shofar. The lav Tikia Taloi Talya Milta Ella Bishmiya.
The mitzvah is not dependent on the blowing. The mitzvah is in the listening to the shofar.
Is listening to it. Okay. Shehare Hatokeya V'lo Shama Kol Shofar Lo Yatsa. So what's that? The one who.
This is just the proof. Yeah, this is the proof why it's the listening is the mitzvah, not the blowing. Because if a person would blow, right, and not hear the sound, right, then he's not yotzi. So this is a proof. This is a proof that the mitzvah is in the listening, not in the blowing.
Oh, okay. Commotion Baer B'Siman Taf Kuf Pei Zayin. Okay, so it was in Taf Kuf. It'll be explained, I guess, in Taf Kuf Pei Zayin. Ayin Sham. Look there. Okay, V'lo Yomar B'Kol D'Mashma La'asot Ritzono. Okay, and don't say B'Kol with the sound, I guess. The Shema Ritzono. We learned that to do it is his will, is Hashem's will.
That You can take a look over there in Siman Tufka Zion. The low yomer b'koil, don't say b'koil, right? Then
Mhm.
mashmel asos ratzono. That if you said lishmoya bitcoil, if you say lishmoya bitcoil to listen to the sound, meaning that means that's a indicative of listening to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, right? But this is not a mitzvah of listening to before. This is listen to the sound of the shofar, right?
Okay. Right.
Yeah,
Okay. The Viavar im beirach litkoa b'shofar o al tekiah shofar lishmoa b'chol shofar yatsa. So if you say any of these in the blessing, you're still yotze?
which means if he said, in a case where he would say, Litkoya bishoifer, number one, or al tekiya shoifer, number two, or al shmoya bekol shoifer, he'd be yotze. Right, if you change the bracha a little bit, it would still be yotze.
Okay. Im natlu hashofar be'emtza tikiyot ve'viu lo shofar acher ein tzarich levarech. Well, that's interesting. So if they take the shofar away from the one blowing it in the middle of the blowing, and they bring him another shofar, he doesn't have to say the blessing again.
Right. That's a
Okay.
via shofar acher ain't circle where if you don't bring another shofar, you don't have to make another bracha.
Okay, and that brings you back to the point that the mitzvah is really listening then to it.
Right. It's not you're not making bracha on the shofar. Like by lulav, you're making a bracha on the lulav, right?
Mhm.
You're not making a bracha on the shofar.
Okay, so just to finish up here, aval ben bracha l'tchilat hatikiyot tzarich levarech. But
on the if a person bein bracha l'tchilas tiglas tzarich, I mean, let's say they brought him a shofar, a different shofar between the bracha and blowing, right?
oh,
Then apparently you'd have to make a new bracha.
then you would have to make another blessing. Okay, very good. Yashkayach.
Okay, thank you. That brings us to our time. Continue tomorrow, Mitzvah Shem. Okay, Lou,
Okay.
thank you, and the mayor, thank you. We should both have a
Okay.
good day, and hope to see you both tomorrow.
Very
Koyach
good.
Meir.
Okay.
Thank you, Lou.
Be
Thank you,
well.
Rabbi.
See you tomorrow.
Have a
Thank you,
good
Lou.
day.
Hope
We'll
to
see you
tomorrow.
later.
Good. Be well. Good luck.
Hey, good luck. Yeah. New week.